Welcome back to Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin, and today we are going to continue our Kirkland series with one of the most ridiculously sized bottles I've ever seen. This is the Kirkland 12-year-old blended Scotch. We've already did the just regular blended Scotch. There's no age statement on that. Which means it's probably close to the 3-year minimum.
Yep. This
is a 12-year blend. And that's about all we have on it. They don't share any other information. Do you hear the bass off of that cork? That's great.
Other than they also have a 20, a 20, a 22, and later this year, a 23.
And apparently sometime next year, they're supposed to pull out an Islay. Don't know any information on that one, but...
Be stopping through Costco my next trip through Cincinnati.
I'm thinking that might make sense. Like a lot of Scotches, 80 proof, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And the company that does their sourcing is based out of Calabasas, California.
LA area.
Yeah, so the Alexander Murray & Co.
How long can you hold that bottle up like that?
Probably not... Well, especially not with my left hand. Definitely not with the left hand. This is a 1.75 liter for about $40.
Yes.
And it's 12-year-old Scotch. It's a little bit mind-boggling.
And as you can see...
Yeah, I drank about half of that guy.
I'm not the only one that's contributed to that.
I don't know what you're talking about. That is kind of just traditional Speyside-y.
Yep.
Like light malt, honey, maybe a touch of fruit.
Yeah, it's got a really sweet note.
Yeah, there's definitely a honey note in there. Not getting... I was expecting a little more fruit, but I'm not getting it quite yet. Ooh. That's actually really good.
Very, very smooth.
That's so nice. Yeah, really smooth. It is a blend. So there is a slight smoke note in there.
Little.
Yeah, very light. Most people maybe don't even notice it. But the fruit notes and the honey notes and the malt notes, really nice.
That finish is just long honey.
Yes.
Very long.
Yeah, it just sits there. Yeah, there's a decent oil presence to that. Like it hangs out. Boy, that's a lot of sweetness. A lot of honey. Okay, so I did look it up. Kirkland's sells spirits in 33 states. So that is, they only sell it in 33 states and Washington, D.C. They do nothing, absolutely nothing as far as alcohol in any of the controlled states. There's like 17 controlled states like Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia. All those they don't touch any of those states. They just leave it alone. Because they'd have to sell it to the state sell it back to them to sell, I think is how that works. Whatever. Still not worthwhile, whatever it is. Outside, I mean, we don't know a mash bill.
No.
It doesn't say anything. Yeah, it's a blend. Oh, wait, I did read something about it's a higher malt than the other Scotch.
The blended one, the other.
And it's pretty high even for just a regular blended Scotch. Like if you go out and buy any blended Scotch, Johnny Walker or any of that kind of stuff, this is a slightly higher percentage of malt whiskey compared to the grain whiskey. The only one that they know is definitely higher is like Chivas. Uses like 60 or 70% is malt whiskey in their blend. But that's also a pretty premium price on if you buy some Chivas Regal.
This is probably half the price and
half the price for a 750. Yeah,
twice as much.
Exactly.
No, you definitely can tell heavy malt.
Yeah,
a lot of honey, a little vanilla.
The palate has more of the fruit notes start to come through. I get more of a fruity note, dried fruits type thing, and then the oil hits, and there's a little bit of a smoke, char, barrel maybe that's in there, but it's just there with
it's way in the back.
So much sweetness.
Way in the back for me.
Yeah, it's such a sweet whiskey. It's really nice. It's only 80 proof. Probably going to be my biggest complaint about this whiskey because I can't find a whole lot of a fault for this, but I wonder if water adds a little to it, changes it. We've seen some good, we've seen some bad so far. It's been an interesting, very interesting experiment. Yeah, some don't do anything. Some help, some hurt.
The nose doesn't change. Still a lot of malt.
I was going to say it lost a little bit of the sweetness and got a lot more malty.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's about the only difference. The honey and the sweeter notes came down. The malty cereal notes are a little bit stronger.
Finish a little more, like a little warmth. A lot sweeter. More of a fruit, not a honey.
But did you get a little more like the barrel smoke note in the very beginning? Like when you first pull it in and then it all goes sweet. Yeah, totally agree with that. I got a little bit more of that barrel char note.
Okay.
So maybe smoke, whatever. I don't, if they're blending in any island notes. I can't say it's better or worse. It's a little different. It's not.
I like this better than the other one we did.
3-year-old Scotch just, and it doesn't, it's non-age statement, but the minimum is 3, so it's probably 3 to
4,
5.
yeah,
somewhere's in that range. 12 years is, I think, a really good spot for over there because there's a lot of 10 and 12-year Scotches we've done.
To like 92.
That would be great.
Because it's got some good notes. I like the sweetness to it.
Yeah, a little bit more proof, which would hold on to some of those notes, would have probably.
But again, it's kind of the Costco way. I mean, it's a solid one, and for the price and the quantity you get for it,
you can't beat that.
No,
there's nothing to fault about this whiskey. Everything about the profile, the palate, the nose, the price, the size of the bottle. I mean, other than you might not have room. Like, I don't know if the shelves are going to hold that bottle. That's about the only thing that I guess I could complain about.
My wife bought the vodka, and it was in the same size bottle. And there's limited shelves in our pantry that
are that tall.
The other one, I mean, it's nice. It's more short, squattier, easier to store. But
well, the other one was a liter, or was that 175?
The 175.
Damn, that's crazy. That's their standard bottle size for their 12-year-old whiskey. Yeah. I wonder if their 23 is going to be.
I hope so. When does it come out? December?
December, yeah. And the Islay sometime next year. But the 20, so you will only, there's a 20 and the 22. Most stores will only carry one of those.
Okay.
I'd be interested to try it. I know that.
Oh, they didn't point it out because when I bought this, they said they only had 2.
Okay. At that price, with that age and all those notes, I don't know. There's no way to beat that. I don't think there's any way to beat that.
Your ginger beer.
You could, any kind of a Scotch mixer.
For the price?
For the price and the profile around it. Like, it's not crap whiskey that you need to doctor up. It's actually a good base whiskey for a cocktail. Yeah. Ginger beer, a highball.
Yeah.
Like with 7-Up or something like that. Like, yeah, there's a lot of options in that whiskey.
Let's see. So in the back it says notes of caramel, spice, and smoky peat prevail on the nose, and palate before a long, smooth finish. I don't get the caramel.
I don't get caramel. I get way more honey and fruit. Smoky peat? That's not, I don't know. That's not the note that I'm thinking of when I taste that smoke note. Like, it's more barrel char almost is what it comes off as. It's not bad.
No, I mean, this is what, bottle 4?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
2 bourbons, 2 scotches.
And I got the Irish.
You got the Irish.
And the Irish.
Yep. That'll be the last of what we have. There are others, but I think
I'm making another trip through Kentucky here shortly, so I'll swing through the Costco in Louisville and see. Maybe they got the 20 or the 22.
Or the Canadian.
Or the Canadian. I'll get that for you.
There you go.
And then if they got any of the ones they got from 1792.
Yeah, the bottled and bond or the single barrel.
Yep. A solid 12-year.
Yeah.
1.75 for $40.
Silliness.
Not sure where you're going to beat that.
Don't think you can.
You might find quantity for $40, but not the quality.
No. All right. Yeah, that's the thing. It's both a quantity and a quality.
Yep. I know we've got one more Kirkland. Hopefully we'll have a few more here in a few weeks to sample for everybody. So we appreciate you joining this review. If you did, we'd encourage you to hit that like button at the bottom of the screen.
While you're down there, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified every time we put out a new episode. Let us know if you've had any other Kirkland lineup, especially if you've had one of those special bottles, the 20 or the 22. Love to hear what your thoughts are around that.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.